Hello and welcome to part 2 of a series of tutorials on using Endnote online at RIT. I'm your presenter, Roman Kashikar, one of the reference and instruction librarians at RIT. Please note that you can always refer to the RIT Library's info guide on Endnote for support on using this citation management system. In part 2, I will cover collecting references to your Endnote library. Here's an outline of the various methods covered in this tutorial. You can export references directly to Endnote from certain sources, such as many library catalogs and Web of Science. You can use Endnote's capture tool to automatically save reference data from many different sources. I will demonstrate capturing references from Science Direct and Academic Search Elite. Certain other sources, such as Summon and Google Scholar, allow for automatic import of references from search results. Finally, there are a few ways to manually import references, including downloading a file in RIS format from a source such as ProQuest, or creating a new reference within Endnote. Endnote provides an online search feature which connects you directly to many library catalogs and allows for searching and saving from within the Endnote website. Select Online Search from the Collect menu, and then select your source. In this demonstration, I will select the Rochester Institute of Technology online catalog. Step 1 is to connect to the catalog. Step 2 is to search for a topic. Your keywords will be searched for in the author, title, or subject fields by default. You can change this default using the drop-down menu. The online search feature also allows for searching multiple fields connected with the Boolean and, or, and not operators. When you have entered your search criteria, click Search. Step 3 involves selecting references from the catalog search to save to your Endnote library. Use the checkboxes on the left of the results screen to select the references you want to save. You can also select a destination via the Add to Group drop-down menu. Once your selections have been made, your references will be saved to the selected group. I will cover group creation in more detail in part 3 of this tutorial series, but for this tutorial I am using an existing group of mine titled Demo. Certain information sources integrate with Endnote and provide you with a direct export option from within their search results. The best example is Web of Science. From your search results, select the references you wish to save using the checkboxes. Then from the drop-down menu at the top, choose Save to Endnote Online. If prompted, log into your Endnote account. The references will be saved to the Unfiled group automatically. I can add them to a different group at another time from the Endnote website. In part 1, I described how to install the Internet Explorer browser toolbar, along with installing Cite While You Write for Microsoft Word. The Endnote toolbar in Internet Explorer allows you to capture references from certain information sources. For example, let's save some results from Science Direct. The browser toolbar works best if you select one reference at a time. Click on the title of a search result that you wish to save. Then click the Capture button in the browser toolbar. If prompted, log in to your Endnote account. A new capture window will pop up. From here, you can review the citation metadata and edit or add any fields as needed. Scroll down to the bottom of the window to select a destination group for your reference. Be sure you are saving the reference to my.endnote.com. When you are certain you have the data you want, click Save to complete the reference capture. Also in Part 1, I demonstrated how to save the Capture Reference bookmark tool for use in Chrome or Firefox. This functions much like the Internet Explorer toolbar, but extends the reference capture functionality to other browsers. In this example, I am using Chrome and saving references from Academic Searchily. The process is much the same as in the last example. While viewing the full reference, click Capture Reference in your bookmark toolbar. The same pop-up window will display. Again, you can review or edit the citation data being saved and choose a destination group. Remember to save your reference to my.endnote.com. Next, I will demonstrate how to automatically import references from two well-known general research sources. In the library's summon search system, it is possible to automatically import a reference using the More Actions menu next to each search result. One choice presented in this menu is Export to Endnote. Selecting this option will generate a text file in the RIS format, which can be saved and manually imported. However, if you are working in Internet Explorer and you have the Endnote toolbar installed, the RIS file will be intercepted and imported into Endnote for you. Be sure to log in with your email address and password if prompted. Though this method for importing references is convenient, by default, the reference will be placed in the unfiled group in your Endnote library. You will have to go directly to the Endnote website to organize references imported via this method. It is similarly possible to import references to Endnote from Google Scholar. First, you must configure Google Scholar to create formatted files for your references. To make this configuration, go to Settings. In the Search Results settings, there is a Bibliography Manager option. By default, this is set not to show any citation import links. You can enable links to import citations and choose Endnote as the destination from the list of options. After saving your settings, Google Scholar results will include a link labeled Import into Endnote for each of your search results. Clicking this link generates a tagged text file containing the reference metadata, only this time the format is ENW, an Endnote compatible format. Once again, while working in Internet Explorer, the Endnote toolbar can intercept this file when you open it from within the browser. And send it directly to your personal Endnote library. This method will also save the reference to the unfiled group. I have already mentioned that RIS or ENW tagged text files can often be saved from search results in online library databases and catalogs. If the automatic import options demonstrated earlier do not work, you can save these files to your computer and import them from within the Endnote site. To demonstrate this, I will save a reference from ProQuest. From your ProQuest search results, check one or more references to import into Endnote. Select Save from the options that display above your search results list. Note that there is no explicit Save to Endnote option. Instead, ProQuest allows you to save the reference as an RIS file that works with Endnote. Follow the prompts to save the file to a location where you can later retrieve it, such as your computer's desktop. Then log in to the Endnote website. If you have the Internet Explorer toolbar installed, you can select Endnote to go directly to the Endnote site. Otherwise, enter my.endnote.com in your browser's address bar. Once you have logged in, hold your mouse over the Collect menu and choose Import References. Next, browse for your saved RIS file. Then choose the correct import option. There are many options available, but for RIS files, the most dependable option is the one named refman RIS. You may choose to save the reference to an existing group, a new group, or the unfiled group, and then click the Import button to complete the reference import. I will demonstrate how to create groups in part 3 of this series of tutorials. But first, I will demonstrate one more method for collecting references. Another option under the Collect menu is New Reference. Selecting this option opens a blank form used to manually enter reference information to save to your personal library. This method works well for saving reference metadata about items not found in traditional online library sources, such as websites that you wish to include in your citations and bibliographies. The most important step in the process is to choose the correct reference type from the drop-down menu at the top of the screen. I will select Web Page, though as you can see, there are many possibilities. Then you can type or paste in text for relevant bibliographic fields. You do not need to add information to every field, but you should populate enough fields to generate a correctly cited reference for the work being represented. Enter information such as the author, title, year, publisher, and URL. At the bottom of the form, you can select a group to save the reference to, but by default it will be saved in unfiled. Be sure to save the reference when you have completed your data entry. This creates a new reference in your personal library, which can then be cited in your writing or included in your bibliographies. This concludes the Collect References module of this tutorial series. In the next module, I will demonstrate how to organize and share your saved references.